there, everybody. I am Charlotte, and I am the Gulf Coast Granny, and I have discovered a new love in crochet. Not my first love, but a new love. um, I started making some crocheted plushies this week, and I never really thought that I'd be interested in crowing something that didn't really have a practical purpose because I'm kind of a pragmatist, and that's kind of my life is practicality. But I started seeing these little toys online, and I have six grandchildren. Well, okay, five, and another one's due in 3 weeks. And so I thought, oh my goodness, I need to try to make these, because the kids in my life deserve a little homemade something something from their granny. And so the first one that I made, it was tiny. It was really, really tiny, but it looked like it was easy enough. And I had a whole lot of that really thick chenille or terry cloth looking yarn. I forget what they call it, but it's really, really thick. It's a size 6 weight. Hi, God's Desire. How are you, my dear? Thank you for showing up tonight. Anyhow, I had a lot of that yarn because I did a, what do you call it? Mystery bag. I bought some mystery bags from Premier when they were having a sale on them for $5 a bag. Well, I ended up getting like 5 or 6 skeins in each bag. And I bought 3 bags. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all this yarn? Because I don't do that. Hi, Jane Doe. So I decided to take a peek around and see what I could do that was fairly simple. I consider myself a relatively advanced crocheter. I've been doing it a very long time. But these plushies were so darned intimidating to me, really intimidating. And I thought there's no way I could ever do that. Well, take a look at this little dude. It's a stingray, y'all. It is a stingray, and he's so adorable. Now, his eyeballs are a little lopsided, but that's my embroidery skill at work there. I need to improve that, and I'll show you on the other one I did how I just really feel like I need to improve. And then there's his mouth. It's just a little V shape, and the color on the bottom is different. But it was so simple because all you do, thank you, God's Desire, thank you. You do this one piece here, this little triangle-y piece, the top, and then you make one just like it in whatever color you want on the bottom. And then you just crochet them together. But when you get down here, you leave whichever end you start on, you leave a space, and you only stuff the middle so that the wings can go up like this, like a stingray does, And then you just put the little tail on the end of it. It was a few single crochets and then a few slip stitches all the way back, and then you just attach it to the bottom down here. So that was my first one. And my baby girl, who's 19, she decided she had to have it. So who knew that it would appeal to older young adults as well as little kids, right? Hey, Mona, how are you? Thanks for coming tonight. Aren't you on vacation? So then, I think I told you guys about the story about my grandson and his robot that he took to school, and the teacher didn't give it back to him, and he had to come undone. I mean, he had an absolute fit because that was his robot, and he loved his robot and wanted to sleep with it and all this stuff. So I decided that he needed his own robot that wasn't a school project and that he could keep and sleep with all he wanted to, right? So, you're using the Bag O' Day. You know what? I have not tried that one yet, but I did lay eyes on it. So y'all ready to see my robot? I'm so proud of this thing, y'all. And he's not perfect. He's got a few mistakes, but I'm okay with them. Normally I'm a super perfectionist when it comes to all of my crocheting. And if I find a mistake, I'll rip it all out. Hi, Debbie. And but this one, I don't even care if he has mistakes. I'm just going to go ahead and back up a little bit because he's kind of big for a first timer. Look at this, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. And he's got little legs down here. And the funny thing is, he can sit on a shelf or a bed and not fall over because I put them towards the front. So he has this flat spot here he can use for his booty. What I should do is make booty cheeks for him or something. But then he wouldn't be a robot, right? Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Look, like I said, he's not perfect. I really need to work on my embroidery. Especially, and y'all, I don't know how y'all do it. You folks out there who make these plushies, I don't know how you get a straight line and make embroidery look nice when it's a textured surface that you're embroidering on. So if you have any tips, please pass them this way. Now, the pattern called for 2 antennae up top, but I only put one because I was in a hurry and I wanted to get done. And then his poor little arms are a little, see how they're a little off-centered? Because I misjudged my needle over on this side. This one was really tall over here. This one over here was tall. And I wanted the other one at the same level. But when I finished, I noticed he was on the wrong row. No big deal, right? No big deal. And then, of course, my embroidery looks a little janky. And my stitching, as far as sewing the pieces on, is, in my opinion, is a little bit sloppy, but not terrible. But I just thought he was amazing, and I cannot wait to give this thing to my grandson because he's going to go berserk over it because he's a little berserk child. Hey, Terry, check out my robot. I don't even know. Now, on the pattern, his name is Pixie the robot. But I changed him around so much. Like on the pattern, the arms are supposed to be striped and the legs are supposed to be striped. And they're supposed to be the same color. But, you know, what do they call that? Artistic interpretation. So I did that. You think I should record his reaction, God Desire? I might do that. I just might do that. I'll have to give the phone to Poppy because he'll be all over me. He will be all over me, trust me. But Poppy could record it. But I love him so much. And now, y'all, I am so hooked on making these silly little animals or plushies or whatever you want to call them, stuffies. I don't know, but they are so much fun. Now, he did take me a while to do. I think I worked on him for somewhere between 3 and 4 days, but not all day long. You know, it was like in the evenings and when I had time. What I really enjoy about making these is that you can do it in stages. You know, you don't have to, what name? Pixie? I think the name Pixie's cute for the robot too, but I'm going to let him name the robot. See, y'all have to understand, my grandson is a little developmentally delayed. And so he doesn't speak very much. And he's 4. And he talks a little bit, but he does communicate, just not verbally like you and I. And he is getting somewhat better. He's started pre-K this year. And since he started pre-K, his behavior has improved tremendously. Last year, he was kicked out of preschool because he kept biting the teacher and kicking the teacher and all that stuff. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. But this year he gets in trouble, a little bit at school, but it's not habitual anymore. And also he is learning more words and how to use them and put them together. But, it's still very difficult for his mom and the people that care for him, because a lot of times he's trying to tell us a word and we just don't understand. Hi, Oracle's channel. How are you doing tonight? Thank you. Thank you for coming and joining us. But he sure let his mom know when they took that stinking robot away from him that he was not happy about it. And I saw him tonight. Y'all, you don't know how bad I wanted to take this to him tonight when I saw him. I went to my granddaughter's little 3rd grade Christmas program at school. And he was there too, of course, with his mom and dad. And his mom is my oldest daughter. And your oldest son had his own language for a long time. Yeah, and I think they come out of it, but I think they have to be ready. They have to decide that they're going to talk, if they can talk. I know that some children can't. But my grandson, I'll give you a for instance. One time he was staying with me and I was fixing him some soup for lunch, and it was a vegetable beef soup, and I put a little bit of cheese on top and gave him some crackers. Look, y'all, the soup is good. Don't take his advice, okay? He took one bite of it, stuck his spoon back in the bowl and said, "That's disgusting." He said that great big word to tell me my soup was disgusting. But that's all he knew how to say for a really long time. So. But now he's such a sweet little boy, and he's really smart. You can tell, he does things, other things that he does is pretty much on his level, where he is supposed to be at 4 years old. It's just the communication is a disaster. But, he's getting through it. His mom and dad are doing a great job of getting him the help that he needs and the therapies that he needs and the schooling that he needs. And so eventually I think that he will maybe need to catch up academically if he ends up falling behind in like 1st or 2nd grade. But still, that's just a thing they have to deal with. But I think he'll do it. I think he'll grow up and be a happy, healthy bruiser, So, sifting some soil. Do you want me to send you a link, or are you busy this evening? It's hard when they have their own language, God's desire. It really is. And, but I have a little experience with it because I had 2 sons who were a little bit delayed in speech, not as bad as my grandson. They were talking by the time they were 3. But by the time my youngest son was 2 years old, he still wasn't even saying mommy or daddy or anything. I'll just put it in here. I'll put it in the chat, Mona. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. There, click on that, my dear. Anyhow, y'all, we got some amazing news today. And it's not great news, but it's a relief to get the news. My daughter has been struggling with chronic pain for probably 4 or 5 years now. She's only 19.
Hi.
Mona, how are you?
I'm fine. How are
You're
you?
at home.
Yes, I am.
How long was your trip?
It was a few days. I've been home. I got home Monday. Remember, I did the
Oh, I thought you left
video.
after that.
No,
Because I saw your video today.
I was live. Well, I went live with the sweet potatoes.
That's right. No, I was talking about the lights video.
That was
And I thought you were
last
at the
week while I was there.
Bellagio.
That was in Fort Worth.
Okay. Well, and I remember that now because at first when I saw it, I'm like, oh my goodness, she's at the Bellagio in Vegas. And then
No, I was in Fort Worth.
Oh, Terry, that is such good news to hear. Terry's wife she had surgery and had some complications and had to go back in the hospital.
Okay.
And she's home now and doing stuff. You tell her she better sit down. Just sit down and rest until she's well. Or at least better, Anyhow, your son had meningitis. Oh my gosh. God's desire. That's so sad. He's a well-functioning 37-year. See, God is so good, ain't he?
All the time.
All the time. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'm about to tell y'all what happened today, God is still good because I believe that he knew how bad we needed to know what the problem was. Okay. My daughter has been struggling with chronic pain for probably about 5 years. And I even noticed when she was younger, she took ballet from the time she was 3 till she was 11. And she still couldn't do a split. She would wake up in the middle of the night telling me her hips hurt.
Oh.
She was stiffer than the other dancers. She was still graceful, but she just couldn't lift her legs as high. And she didn't have the stretch that she needed, And those were early signs. But we've been waiting for a rheumatology appointment now for almost a year. And we found out today that she definitely 100% has psoriatic arthritis.
Oh, wow.
So she has a name for it. And it's hard news to hear because, there's no cure for it.
But now you know what it is.
But now we have a name for it, and we know what it is, and we know how to make her feel better.
Right.
She's started a new medication today, Celebrex.
Okay.
And also she's going to start a medication that is an injectable. She had to get a TB test today.
Oh. So
once that comes back clear, she gets to start the injectable. And it is supposed to get rid of the
inflammation
that causes the psoriasis and the arthritis.
Okay.
And it is such a relief. She called me crying and she said, Mom, they told me what it is. And she said, I thought we were going to have to wait longer for a diagnosis because autoimmune diseases are really difficult to diagnose. Sometimes it takes a decade or more to get a diagnosis.
Right.
And when she was young, like when she was in the 9th grade, she started having a condition called costochondritis. And it's an inflammation of the joints that hold your ribs to the middle of your chest.
What?
And they blamed her, she played the marimba, which is a huge 300-pound instrument on wheels that she had to push a quarter mile down the road every day for practice and then push it back to the band hall. So they blamed that on the inflammation in her chest.
Okay.
Which made sense at the time. Also, let's see. Her senior year of high school, she had plantar fasciitis so bad one time, she couldn't walk for 3 days. She could not stand on her feet. It apparently what happened is it got so inflamed that it started irritating the nerves in her feet. So she couldn't put pressure on her feet because it felt like needles were stabbing her in the bottom of her feet. Mm-hmm. And so we had to get her cortisone for that and take her to a podiatrist and blah, 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 blah. And it's just been one thing after the next, at least for the past 5 years.
Wow.
And every time we would go to the doctor, they would tell her, oh, you're too young to be in this much pain. Are you sure it hurts that bad? No, if you lost a little bit of weight, your hips wouldn't hurt so bad.
What?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I lost my crap on a doctor one time for calling her chubby.
Oh.
And look, she knew that she was a little bit overweight at the time. She knew that. But
still, that wasn't for him to say.
Well, no, it kind of wasn't. So, but I mean, again, because she was young, I don't believe any of them ever took her seriously.
They didn't.
Until I demanded that they do a genetic testing for the same condition that my husband has. There's a genetic marker for ankylosing spondylitis. And I wanted her tested for that because I was afraid what she had was what he has.
Well, yeah,
because there's a genetic component to it.
Right.
And we had her tested and it was negative. But then I learned after speaking with the rheumatologist that the two conditions, his and hers, are so very closely related that it probably went, it's probably genetic. So changing her diet can be a huge benefit, and she won't have to be on all those chemicals. We're discussing that with her. God's desire, it's difficult when you have an adult child making her own decisions for herself, and you want her to feel better, and she doesn't want to change anything yet. When you're 19, you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof, So she'll get there. She'll get there eventually. But she did get a gym membership to there's a place called, it's basically a fitness club. And, it's called the Energy Club. And, she got a membership there just the other day because they have a heated pool.
Oh.
And we felt like the exercise of swimming would be better for her pain than running or walking or all of that, So we're really happy that she has a diagnosis and she's relieved, even though we're trying to figure out how to move forward from here.
Do research.
Yeah.
For your herbs and stuff and all that, what you can and cannot. And Robin is a herbalist.
Yes. And she probably has a lot of remedies that could possibly help. Like the fire drink. What's that fire drink? Mona.
Fire cider.
Yeah, the fire cider.
I still have a little pain, but I don't.
You're moving it.
It's still, I'm exercising. I'm still taking the ashwagandha.
Okay.
I ordered it after I looked it up, and since I've been taking that, it's easing up a lot.
Wow. Mona, I am so glad for you.
Yeah, and all this tea and all this stuff she got me over here, these oils, and I can't tell you what's working.
Just a combination of everything, huh?
Yeah, because I got that black seed oil. I done put that in my lotion. I have castor oil that's in my lotion, and I rub that down anyway.
Yeah,
because it makes your skin feel so good.
Yeah,
I'm real soft.
Yeah.
So, but ever since the ashwagandha, I think it was like the third or the fourth day after taking it, I was able to take it off every now and then, but I still put it on in my sleep.
That's what I would do too.
Because I know I'm doing something in my sleep. And like I said, that one day I woke up, and as I was waking up, I remember I stretched my hand, I heard something say pop.
Oh.
I mean, it still hurt a little bit, but it's not like it was. So I'm gonna be crocheting in no time. I'm gonna have to catch up with you.
That's so great.
I might have to catch up with you.
I might have to send you some more yarn.
Oh, girl, look! I welcome it. I'm not gonna refuse it.
Oh, I hope not.
But
I went.
You got some good yarn,
girl. I went a little bit crazy this past couple of weeks, for Black Friday and stuff. I went just a bit overboard. And now I had to add another shelf. Had to add another shelf to my wall, and I just ordered some more storage bags so I could put them on the shelf and stack them.
How about I think it's amazing. Have those shelves that you can put together, and as you buy them, you can click them on together and stack them as wide and as high. I mean, I can't show you mine because it's a mess. I ain't gonna show it to the world, but I'll show it to you. But I ain't gonna show it
you
to
can
the world.
email it to me, a picture of it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Or you could send me a link in the email for the
who I got it from, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that would be really cool. I've got 2 bags of this, and then I've got. Look,
Jesus.
This is embarrassing. Give me 1 second.
She say 2 bags of that, and talking about this embarrassing. She gonna go get something else. Lord Jesus.
Look, I'm crazy like that.
Yes, you are, and then want to give it away. Okay,
that's all right.
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Look, because I did everything I could not to shop.
You did. Hard, wasn't it?
But I did order something. I'm waiting for it to come in. It won't be in until the 20th. Okay. So I hope it don't come until the 20th. But it's some I think it's some red yarn.
Oh, this is nice.
Look at you. Look at you.
This is called it's Big Twist Baby Bear.
Oh yeah, I think I got some of that.
Ivory color. I also bought one called Brown Sugar and another one called Shell, but it's not here yet.
Okay.
The colors. But this is really nice, and there's a lot in here. There's 240 yards of yarn in here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got 2 of those.
Ball up.
And look, I don't know how to do this, but do you see this big old box?
That's the size box you sent me, huh?
It is full. Full. You see, right? It's full. I don't have nowhere to put that. It's sitting in a box on my kitchen floor for 3 days now.
You know Jessica SMC?
Yeah.
You know, she go to the thrift stores. Yeah. And she been showing where she was going to the thrift store and getting bags for like $4, and she's getting $50 worth of yarn.
What?
And some of the yarn is like what you call it? It's not here anymore. I forgot the word for it.
I'm sorry.
Out of stock. Yeah, it's out of stock.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
She said restock. She said, Charlotte, restock.
I did restock.
Ooh. Yeah, it's out of stock, right? So no, that's another word. It's another word I'm looking for.
Overstock.
No, it's not overstock. It's discontinued.
Okay.
Discontinued. Okay. Some of the yarn is like come from the 70s.
No way.
Yep, she said she went on Etsy and some of that yarn, a ball of it is like $34.
Girl, she needs to resell that stuff, put it on Etsy and make her some cash.
She said she ain't gonna do that.
She's gonna use it, huh?
I don't know if she's gonna use it or she's gonna wait for somebody to say that they need some yarn. You know,
and then use that to send to them.
Use that to send to them.
Oh, that's so nice.
Because it's discontinued, they can't. You know, it's nowhere to be found.
Exactly, can't find it. Yeah. Well, I got those 2, and then yesterday I got 2 mystery boxes from Joanne. And get this, there was gray in it, and I do not care for gray yarn. And I know
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now I know.
Gray and blue, baby.
Well, I have 9 balls of it.
Look, gray and blue. I love all colors though.
See, I do too. I love all the colors except for gray. I don't like. Look, I had to buy this little bit of gray here for this door.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a control door or something to get to the inside of the robot.
Right.
And all I needed was that little bit of gray right there.
That's all you needed. And you got 9.
And I had to buy a whole stinking ball of it for that little bit of gray.
You would have waited.
I was so mad. I said, I'll never use the rest of this gray. But, well, I'll send you the gray then. At least the gray.
Wait until after the...
Hey, Jackie.
20th.
Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
Get ready, Jackie. Oh, Dwayne. Hi. Thanks for coming in tonight. I didn't know you were interested in all the crochets. Jackie, look. Ta-da. I'm so tickled. Look at him.
It's cute. And it took you no time to do it.
Well, it took some time, but here he is. I don't know what his name is. I know he's a little bit sloppy. That's okay. It's not bad for a first attempt.
Not at all.
So, oh, and here's my little stingray.
I think that is so cute.
And there's his little mouth. See there?
Look at you. Look at you.
I have absolutely fallen in love with doing this because it doesn't take a long time. You can do it in pieces, so you feel like you're steadily accomplishing something every little piece you get done. And it works real good for the ADD brain that I have.
Okay. I might need to try and do some of that. I can finish the project.
And this was super, super simple. Don't do that with your hand. Seriously, because you have to use a small hook to do this stuff. And sometimes you got to really pull and tug and all of that. So I would be super careful.
Wait until I'm well to do that.
Yeah, because I would hate, oh gosh, that would break my heart if you re-injured yourself.
Girl.
Yeah.
And it's just
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much. I can't believe how he turned out better than I expected him to. Let's put it that way.
He turned out real good. Really good.
Thank you. I think I'm going to give it. Well, tomorrow's my son's birthday, y'all. He's going to be 16.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Of course, that don't mean nothing because I can just see this now. He's going to be living up in my house when he's 30 years old.
It's okay because you're going to need the help.
I know, right?
Right.
I will.
Right.
Well, Violet was just talking to me today. She was a little teary-eyed because of her doctor visit today. And she's in her second year of college. And it's exam time. And she's exhausted.
Nicole wants a stingray.
Oh, does she? All righty then. You want a blanket and Nicole wants a stingray. Okay. I got to write all this down.
That's what I do.
I got to write all this down. Let me get my pen. Oh, fiddlesticks. There it is. Terry Aztec blanket. I still have the picture you sent me. Hey, Mr. Haggis, how are you doing? Thank you so much for coming tonight. And Nicole wants a stingray.
Hey, Mr. Haggis.
So anyway, she's in her second year and she's exhausted. And a lot of it's just from exams and all of the cramming you have to do and typical college stuff. And some of it is from this condition that she has. One of the symptoms of it is fatigue. And then she's also anemic. So there's fatigue from that. And anyhow, she just feels worn out and tired and wants to quit. And I said, you know as good as I do that when you get the Christmas break, tomorrow's her last day of school for this semester. Okay. I said, once you get out of school for the semester, you're going to go the whole month of December and you're going to be relaxing and chilling and hanging out with your friends and doing all the things. And then about January 1st, you're going to say, Mom, I can't wait for school to start again. Because that's how she does it all the time, you know. And she goes, I know, Mom, I'm just really tired. I said, well, look, there's nothing wrong with you taking less than 5 classes a semester. You can take 2, you can take 3. You don't have to be in a hurry. You can live here as long as you need to finish your education. And then some. We're not trying to push her out of the house, you know, except for that extra bedroom I need for my yarn, but you know how that goes.
That's all you want is that bedroom for extra yarn.
That's all I want. One day I'll get one. One day, whether I have to move out and find me a 4-bedroom house or
I was thinking about the same thing.
Who?
Huh?
What'd you say, dear?
I was thinking about the same thing. Get me a 4-bedroom house, have 1 bedroom just for yarn.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe buy me a she shed and stick it in the backyard and put air conditioning and stuff in it and a heater and shelving, wall-to-wall shelving. Maybe a desk and a chair, like nice recliner, you know, where I could just sit back and film myself crocheting, fall asleep, spend my life out there with a little mini fridge for a bottle of wine and a pitcher of sweet tea. Don't it sound like heaven?
Yeah.
It does to me. I don't know about y'all, but it does to me. That is the life right there. Haggis, you were supposed to be sleeping. What'd you do? What'd you do? Go on somebody's live stream, say, I got to go to bed, and then you hop on somebody else's? I do that all the time. I do. Oh, Jackie has thought about a she shed too.
Yeah, she said it'd be nice.
It would. It would. It's just, it costs so much because I would have to rewire. Basically what I'd have to do is get another breaker box and another everything outside wired just for that shed. Because my house is old and it doesn't have the electric capacity to handle another, any more electricity. Oh, Terry's talking about getting a shed next year too. Awesome, Terry. Yeah, y'all check out Sifting Some Soil and More. She's got gardening and crocheting. Y'all should see her calamondine tree. It is absolutely amazing and full.
And I ate one I ate 3 of them. I was gonna do it, but I was on somebody's live.
Right.
So while I was on a live, I peeled it up and I ate it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Is it sweet and juicy and all the things it's supposed to be?
It's not real sweet and it's not real tart. It's like an in-between.
In between.
But it's much better than what it's been producing.
Okay.
It's way, oh my word. I'm like, oh. I'm hoping that when I come back, it'll still be here when I get back.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure
it's free. We haven't had our first frost.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, sometimes fruit, especially fruit that gets ripe this time of year, sometimes if it gets a little cold on it, it makes it even better.
Well, I hope so, because
kind of like carrots and beets and those kind of vegetables.
This is a citrus tree.
Yeah,
that produces in this time of year.
Yeah, so it's used to.
Me kumquat. I had a couple of those, and
Did you? Aren't those real tart?
No, those
No.
are real sweet. And you eat the whole thing.
You probably should send me a few of those. Because I've never had one before. Just a few. Don't make it too heavy.
Oh, that Miwa kumquat, I don't get a whole lot on there yet.
Oh, okay.
Because it's still a baby.
Yeah.
But it still produces.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I get enough to where every time I get them, when I take it off,
yeah,
they really don't make it in the house.
Kind of like my sugar snap peas. They don't never make it in the house. It's either me or my son going out there and grabbing a few handfuls and then coming inside and just eating them, or eating them while we're in the yard, Let's see. She grew some. Yes, she did grow some huge sweet potato. Oh my gosh. When you pulled that, the sweet potato that kind of broke off a little bit, it looked like a football. I was like, no, she did not.
It's bigger than a football.
Or a baseball glove folded up, That's how big it was. I could not believe it. And then you got another one that size, or was it a little bit bigger, or
a little bit bigger?
Tiny bit bigger, yeah. I cannot even believe it.
I can't either.
Now, did you fix them yet? Did you cook them?
No.
What you gonna do with them?
I'm gonna wait until New Year's.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you gotta let it.
You gotta let them
like 4 weeks, because what happened was today. I was out there getting my little harvest that, before I leave, just in case. So I went out there. I got some tomatoes. I got some basil. I got some lemongrass.
Ooh.
I got some pineapple, mint, and my calamondin, and I made me a tea.
Okay.
So, but I didn't put the basil in there, but I made the tea. But while I was out there, trying to fix everything up, clean everything up before I go, so I don't come home to no mess.
Yeah.
How come there was a potato talking about, hey,
hey, girl?
I said, you know what? You making all this noise, you gonna get ate today. Baby, look at here. I so washed her up. Oh my God. Now, if I would have let her sit for a few days, it would have been good, but it had a little hint of sweetness.
Yeah.
It tastes like a potato.
Okay.
But it was so good. And I put her in the air fryer.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. But I got that conventional air fryer.
Yeah. My air fryer, believe it or not, I just bought a new stove range at sometime in the early spring of this year. And I bought a range that has an air fryer function on inside the oven. And so it does take it a little time to warm up, but once it does, man, it cooks lickety split. Oh my gosh. No, Terry, tell me about the deer. Oh my goodness. Jackie said her figs never make it in the house. You know what, Jackie? I have never been a fan of figs, but my husband absolutely eats them up. I love persimmons. Those are my oh, look at that. And that's off your tree.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And I ate 3 of them off of here.
3 of them? Girl, ain't nothing wrong with that. Not a thing. Hey, 7th son, how are you doing tonight? I'm so glad you hopped in here. He always has the best jokes. They're dad jokes, but they're cute.
How you doing, 7th son?
Anyhow, I'm so tickled. Y'all, okay. I need to make another plushie project. So I need suggestions for smaller, a little easier with not a lot of sewing. For practice and maybe something that doesn't need too much embroidery work, or maybe somebody can send me or recommend a YouTube channel that will help me learn how to do it on the plushies so that I don't, to me, this does not look professional at all as far as the embroidery work. And I have seen
that looks perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. Girl. That's because you know what? With the mouth like that, it don't need to be straight because it's a robot.
Well,
so
yeah.
It's supposed to be like that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying my skills are not very good.
It takes practice, baby.
Well, yeah, it does. It does.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes something.
That right there is beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about. That's perfect.
Oh, I love him. Don't get me wrong. I just know that he has a few mistakes. That's all.
You know. Don't nobody else know.
Okay. Look at my perfect robot here.
See? It's your second one is great.
Thank you, Jackie. Oh, a seahorse. I don't know. Jackie, would a seahorse be too hard for me? Look here, y'all. Anybody who don't know Jackie, Handcrafted by Jackie's channel, go subscribe, please. Y'all will learn so much about this stuff, and she does such a beautiful job, and all of her stitches look amazing. You don't make mistakes, Jackie. What you talking about? You don't make any mistakes.
We all do. Yes, indeed.
He definitely won't be critiquing. He'll just be loving his new friend. Thank you so much, Seventh Son. That is so kind of you to say. Okay. I hope he loves it.
He is going to love it, girl.
I mean, I know
love it already.
I know it. But here's the funny thing about it. To me, these things are kind of just frivolous, you know? Toys like this. And you know, when my kids were little, we had bags, lawn trash bags full of stuffed animals that they never even picked up. And so I never really believed that kids really like this stuff. Well, goodness gracious, when you got a grandson who loves robots as much as mine does, I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be something he treasures for a little while anyway. And if he don't, well, I'll just give it to somebody else. Lizard. What? Wait a minute. Hang on. Terry, I lost something somewhere. Why is he saying lizard? Oh, you want me to make a lizard?
Make a lizard.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got it. A lizard would be how about a gecko? Is there a gecko pattern? Because that's kind of like a lizard. Or an iguana. Because that's kind of like a dragon / dinosaur.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you there's one out there somewhere.
I love the idea. Oh, you know what I want to do? I've decided. What about a jellyfish? With a little loop on the, or, you know, his hood on the top and then all them long legs coming down. No, maybe. I like stinging.
Whatever you feel like doing.
I think I'm going to try jellyfish because that looks kind of easy to me. I'm looking online here.
Oh.
I'm looking online and that jellyfish looks like something I could do. A monkey. Oh, look. You want to hear a funny story about a monkey? Do you remember those old-fashioned sock monkeys?
Sock
monkeys. And they were brown, and they had like white arms, and they had black eyes, and they had them for years and years. I remember them being stuffed animals when I was a kid. Well, when my son was born, my 16-year-old, I found a sock monkey, and I was infatuated with it. I said, oh my gosh, I got to get this for my little boy. He's going to love it, blah, blah, blah. He never loved it.
Uh-oh.
And see, seventh son said he always wanted one. So my son, once he was about, I mean, it always was in the floor. It was always just tossed somewhere, right? Away from him. He was about 9 or 10 years old, and we were going through his room, and he brought me that sock monkey to throw out. And I said, "You don't want your sock monkey?" He said, "No." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Because it eats your soul."
Wow.
I said, "Well," why don't we just donate it? He said, "Because it'll be after somebody else." He was afraid of that sock monkey all those years and never told me.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I mean, why wouldn't he tell me?
Because he didn't want you to know he was scared.
What? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But no, he did not like that monkey one bit. Wow. And he was so happy when I got rid of it. He said he was glad it was gone. A monkey. Maybe I will. I don't know. It might scare my son if I make a monkey.
Right.
He's kind of, but he did. He thought it ate your soul.
And oh, wow.
That's kind of scary. I wonder how many
it is
about that monkey.
Maybe he knows something we don't know.
All I could think of was that movie Chucky.
Okay.
You know, the doll that, yeah.
Was he watching Chucky at that time?
No, I didn't let him watch that kind of stuff.
Just because you didn't let him watch it don't mean he was.
Good point. Good point. I don't. How about the answer is I don't know.
Okay. How about that?
You sicked the monkey. No, I didn't sick it on him. What are you doing over there? Are you peeling your calamine beans? Calamine? No. Oh, you playing on your phone. I thought you meant soul. No, I meant soul as in
your soul.
Soul. But yeah, he's an interesting kid. However, his first day at his new school assignment has been, well, second day now. He was very productive today at school.
Okay.
He got a lot of work done. He told me yesterday that it was his first day yesterday, and he came home on the bus, and they get out of school an hour earlier than the high school does. And so he gets home, and I said, "How was your day, son?" He said, "It was all right." And he goes, "Except this one guy about halfway through the day was sitting in his desk and started crying. And then he stood up and he put his arm up in the air and said, 'Justice to the people,' and ran out of the room."
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you need to keep an eye.
I told my son, I said, "I think you should probably move as far away from that young man as humanly possible. He might have some problems."
Somebody need to keep an eye on him, though.
Right. Well, they have a teacher in the classroom constantly. They have very close quarters where the office is like you can see the office from the door of the classrooms, and it's real jailhouse looking.
Okay.
And there's also security guards at each end. It's serious. It is really serious. Nicole said a jellyfish sounds cool. I think so too, Nicole. I think that's where I'm going to go next. I don't know if I have the colors for a jellyfish, but if I don't, I'll find them. Of course, I don't know what color jellyfish are. When I see them at the beach, they're clear. They don't make clear yarn. I could make it out of fishing wire.
They just now making glow in the dark.
Oh, that would be cool. I've got some glow in the dark yarn, but it's black and gray. The black is the yarn part, and the gray strip in it is the glow in the dark part.
Okay.
It's real interesting yarn. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I'll make a jellyfish with it. But yeah, today he said it was better than yesterday, but he wants to start bringing his lunch because the food is crap.
On SpongeBob, they're purple.
On SpongeBob, oh, okay. Purple. You know what? What's that real dangerous jellyfish? Man-o-war. The Man-o-war jellyfish, they're purple, blue and purple. They're blue and purple. We had some come up on our beach a few weeks ago, and they were all over the place. And there's a little bright blue, bright purpley spots all over the beach.
Wow.
Yeah, I should have taken a walk down there and did a live stream and showed everybody those crazy jellyfish, but I didn't think about it. I
remember the first time I went to Galveston, and they took me to one of them beaches, and it had jellyfish everywhere. I'm like, and it was like, watch where you step. What? Watch where I step. Oh, y'all need to get me away from here. That was the wrong thing to do for somebody's first time.
I was a teenager and went swimming at the beach in Florida. And that was my first experience with jellyfish ever, because one of them wrapped its tentacles around my calf muscle and stung the bejeezies out of me.
Lord.
I thought something had come along and ate my leg off.
I bet.
And I went to hollering and skipping out of that one. Now, I was only this deep of water. That's it. Because I don't like going in the beach and getting to, I will wade in it, but I'm not going to get past my knees in the beach water.
I didn't even touch the beach water.
I don't mind touching it, but I don't want to be in it.
They was on the beach.
They'll do that. They wash right up when the tide comes in. And then when it goes out, they get deposited in. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they will cover the beach. Sometimes it will be, and up here where I am, you can get little baby jellyfish that are like itty bitty, like this big.
Oh.
But I will tell you this. If you step on the jelly part, it won't hurt you. If you step on those tentacles, even if it's dead, it will light you up. It feels like a wasp sting, only bigger. You know, because of wherever they touch, that's where they sting you. And I didn't have any remedies for that at all. It just had to go away. It lasted, I'm going to say, an hour to an hour and a half, the stinging did.
Uh-huh.
And then it went away and I was fine. But now I've heard of people getting sick from them.
Yeah.
You know, physically sick.
What's an Anubis?
Anubis is his new dog. His new puppy.
Anubis. He said make an Anubis.
He's a handsome little puppy too.
You can make one of those?
I can't make an Anubis. I don't think.
Maybe oh my goodness, really?
I was at the beach one night and a wave hit me from behind and took my shorts right off of me. Good grief. My sister made 7-year-old me pee on her calf when she was stung while working as a lifeguard.
Yeah.
They say that takes the sting out.
Yeah, it takes the sting out.
But I was not willing to let my companion pee on me. Okay, I'm just saying.
Baby.
I just wasn't willing to go there.
Know. Hey.
I just wasn't. Yeah, that was not going to happen.
Then you weren't going to do that.
No, I would not do that.
Not if it was just it probably would have saved your life.
If it was going to save my life, yeah, but jellyfish don't kill you, so I was willing to suffer.
Oh, okay.
Rather than be
pain away.
No, I ain't doing that.
That's what they say, take the pain away.
Well, they say giving birth takes the pain away too, but I'm
You did it 4 times.
7.
7 times.
7.
Hey. So it became easy.
Till the last one, yeah. I'm very easy.
Oh, you are.
I think my longest labor was about 6 hours. Too easy. How about that? Too easy. Made it so easy I wanted to do it again and again and again. Yeah. How big would your roof have to be? I don't know, honey. My son's texting me. All right, here's what I want to do.
Because I was looking for that. Like, wait a minute, I'm going crazy.
I was looking at my stinking texts.
I know. That's what I'm over here. I'm like, all day I ain't done that. Now I'm getting all these texts coming
exactly. Well, me and my son were talking earlier this afternoon. This is my son who's about to have the new grandbaby. And I was telling him that I needed an area in my backyard, not big, but something that's covered and something where I could put my Blackstone griddle and maybe a smoker. And it can't be a big area. Like I'm talking max, maybe 8x6 area. Okay. But I have a wall that at the back of my house where my laundry room is right here. And it's got a window in it. And then we'll see right here, perpendicular to it, there's I've got a 16-foot long fence that I put the fence up and I put bamboo on one side of it so I didn't have to look at my neighbors. And I figure on the other side of it, I could screw some corrugated plastic, which would be a windbreak, right? And then the house would be a windbreak. And I could build a little short wall on this side across from the fence and put my Blackstone in there so it wouldn't get damaged by the rain or the wind when it's storming outside. And I wouldn't have to stand in the wind when I'm cooking, and the wind won't blow the flame while I'm trying to cook and blow the propane away. And so anyhow, it's like a barbecue shelter, basically, is what I would do. And maybe 2 sides completely closed and then 2 of the other sides partially closed up. Because I don't want a door in it. I just want to be, because the smoke's got to go somewhere.
Right.
Maybe have a whole, but it needs to be covered to protect all my stuff from the weather. And I was showing him what I wanted.
Sound like me now.
What's that? What sound like you?
Andy Bus is sleeping with his head in the food bowl. When I was in Fort Worth for Thanksgiving, I ate so much I fell asleep at the table.
Oh, I remember you saying that. You fell asleep at the table.
Woke up, ate some cake, dozed back out, woke up again, and ate some sweet potato pie. I was like, I'd be shaming myself going over somebody's house for the first time and go to sleep at the table. I ain't had time to talk to nobody. The food was so good, baby. I ain't had time to talk. I was trying to take care of business.
Were you rocking when you were asleep? Did you rock before you went to sleep?
I don't know. I can't tell you if I did or not because
when Mona gets tired, she goes to rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then we know that she's about to get off a live stream because she's rocking and she's tired.
I'm not tired. I'm getting ready. Whenever we get out, I'm anxious. I'm getting ready to leave in the morning, so I might not even go to sleep.
Oh.
I'm getting ready to unpack and repack.
Are you going to have to drive?
No, I'm not driving.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, no.
So if you're not going to
if
sleep.
I was driving, I would have been in bed at 8 o'clock.
Right. Okay.
I probably would have been gone by now.
My family, my husband and my daughter had to go all the way to the other side of New Orleans to go to this doctor appointment this morning. They were gone by 5 o'clock. And it took them close to 3 hours to get there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was between...
That's that drive to Dallas.
It's between New Orleans and Baton Rouge.
Okay.
So, but that was the only doctor that could see her this fast. 8 months. 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently, though, I learned something. There's a shortage of rheumatologists in the U.S. because the new people graduating from medical school for the past decade or so have not wanted to go into rheumatology. And it was a filled up field for a while. And now all the rheumatologists are old farts and they're retiring. And now there's a shortage.
There's a shortage.
Right, right. But that was one thing my daughter told me tonight. She said, I think I'm going to change from environmental science to medical technology or microbiology. Because she dissected a frog yesterday. It's really scary how much enjoyment my daughter gets out of dissecting things. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. But now I will say this. When she was a tiny little girl, and I'm talking 4 or 5 years old, she would pick up dead things off the road and stuff. It would freak me out because I'm like, come wash your hands, blah, 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 don't touch that. And she would we had a little tiny like gopher turtle or something, but it was a baby about this big, dead on our driveway with ants crawling all over it. And she picked it up, rinsed it off, and decided she was keeping it. And that's what she loves. She loves to figure out how things work.
Yeah.
She loves dead things.
Uh-oh.
She's got a dead baby shark in her bedroom in a formaldehyde jar.
What?
Yeah.
What's she gonna do with that?
Keep it. She had to dissect a shark. When was it? Her senior year of high school, they dissected.
I was going to say 7th grade, 8th grade. You said senior year.
Well, she was taking zoology that year.
Okay.
And they got to dissect all kinds of cool stuff in that class.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
And so the teacher brings in this shark. Violet's like first in, like, I want to do it. So he let her. She dissects this thing, cuts it open, and there's babies on the inside. And she said, Mama, that was the only time I ever cried when I was dissecting anything.
She named Sean's shark.
She named Sean Shark. Sean Shark. I don't know who that is. Oh, but anyhow, she's really into that kind of stuff. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. Okay, yeah. Shark. I'm proud of her though. She's a good kid. Really good. She was the easiest youngin' I ever had to raise. She was. But y'all, I think I'm getting tired too, and I want to get off of this thing. And I've only been live for an hour and 8 minutes.
I was going to say, you only been on an hour.
I know, but it's getting late. Ever since my son stopped playing on his PlayStation all night and talking on his phone all night and sending ugly pictures to his girlfriend. That part up. I don't know if that's what's going on or not. Okay. But I mean, he's 16, I suspect, possibly. But he's been sleeping all night long, and so have I.
That's good.
And I'm not having to wake up at 2 a.m. to fix him a hamburger.
What?
He's the baby. He's the baby, Mona.
No.
I know.
I can't with you.
My husband says I spoil him too bad. And he told me I need to pop the you-know-what out of his mouth.
What? Yeah.
That's what he said.
That part.
And I did. I mean, I have been practicing that for probably the last year or so.
Yeah, it's
And
time to cut
making
the
him
cord.
more accountable
Well,
and more, you know.
Yeah, because if you think he's gonna be there until he's 30, it's time to cut the cord now.
It is. It is. But now I'll tell you what I did today. I went and bought a whole bunch of groceries, and every bit of it is stuff that he can either throw in the microwave or cook for himself on the stove or in the air fryer. And it's all easy stuff. And it's not ramen noodles. Thank God. It's is it the healthiest food? Probably not. But he eats stuff like that for snacks. And then when I make dinner, he'll eat dinner. And I don't cook like that. I don't cook out of a box or a, freezer section. I cook most stuff from scratch.
Okay.
Except for biscuits. Yeah, he does. He needs to learn to fend for himself. Yeah. And well, now he can cook outside all day long. He learned how to cook. He learned how to cook when he's in Boy Scouts. He cooks a lot of meals for the Boy Scouts.
Okay. If he can cook outside, he can cook inside.
Exactly. I mean, he's not completely maternally handicapped.
No, but you trying to make him that way?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
like you said, he's 16. He's 16.
How to cook for himself.
Mm-hmm. He can't be the baby no more. I told him that the other day when he got in trouble. I told him, I said, look, the Bible says that when you are a man, you put childish things away. I said, you're about to be a man. It's time to start putting the childish stuff in the garbage. I said, you need to start acting like a man. I said, and you have a perfect example sitting in that living room. His daddy, his daddy is a good man, right, and a strong man and a manly man. He's not, a snowflake, that's for sure.
Okay.
I mean, he has a crippling arthritis, gets up every morning, goes his butt to work, busts his butt at work, then comes home and builds me chicken coops. And, he does whatever I ask him to.
He love you.
He don't complain. He don't, I'm seriously.
Hey, girl,
hey, Dreeny, how are you tonight? If my husband's complaining, it's an emergency. And that's the truth.
Dreeny, she done made a robot.
Dreeny, you want to see my robot?
And a doggone stingray.
Okay. Here's my stingray, Dreeny. And there's his little mouth.
That is cute.
I like his eyes. They look kind of beady.
Yeah, they do.
Like he's up to something.
He is.
And then I've got, this is my robot that I made for my son. He's got legs too.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this pattern off of Yarnspirations. It's Pixie the robot. I changed it a little bit. Well, I changed it around a lot to make it easier for myself because I'm a newbie at this.
You're a newbie, but you changing stuff around. Yeah.
I'm a newbie at making
plushies. You need to stop. You need to stop right where you at.
But
you good.
But I did change him around just to make things easier. Like, as I was telling everybody before, his arms and legs were supposed to be striped. And I made them all solid just to get it done and over with quick. And then he's supposed to have 2 antennas, but I only made 1 because I thought first of all, I didn't want to make 2. This little piece right here and right underneath this is only 4 stitches around. So when you got that bulky yarn and that hook, it's really difficult to, and I didn't want to do that no more. You only make 2 rows like that, but still, I didn't want to do it again. So I made 1 and just put it in the center of his head.
Okay.
But let's see, what else did I do? Oh, he's supposed to have 2 of these buttons, but I figured he only needed 1 because I really didn't have room for 2 and to make it evenly spaced.
Okay.
So I just put 1.
You did a good job.
Thank you. You
made it your own,
Yeah.
You didn't totally do what they did. You did what you wanted to do. So yeah.
And
So stop
honestly,
discrediting yourself.
there were
You're great.
no instructions on how to attach any of
Hey,
these.
bone tired. What's
Hey,
up?
I'm tired. How are you? Thank you. I saw her this morning real early on a live stream. I didn't know she went live at like the butt crack of dawn.
Who do?
Bone tired
When?
this morning.
Oh,
Was it
I
this
was
morning
asleep.
or yesterday morning? I can't
I
remember.
was asleep. I ain't know she
Yeah,
went
she
live.
gets on the live stream at the butt crack of dawn. I'm serious.
I was asleep at the book crack of dawn.
And she streams with other folks, you know.
Oh,
Like we do.
okay.
And but it was fun. They do all kinds of cool stuff. They play games and like trivia, and they have
Are you in a cruise?
They have a news segment. So y'all need to subscribe to Bone Tired if you don't know who she is. Of course, I think everybody here does.
Well,
anyhow, okay, I've talked too much.
Don't know, you know today.
Do what?
I say if you don't know, you know today.
That's right. You know today. Go check out each other's channels, please. And thank you for coming in and visiting with me. Moni, got anything to say?
It takes patience to be in the garden.
That's right. Look, thank y'all again. I'll talk to you again real soon. All right.